welcome to another episode of On the Couch with Creatives, the show where we interview creative professionals across the globe, no matter what their industry. I'm Melanie Perry.
I'm Julie Hyde-Mew.
And this, as I say, is On the Couch with Creatives. Fans and followers of our show will know that we're part of the Creatives Group, the private network for creative professionals everywhere. Together, we help you create at your best, connect you with like-minded individuals, and therefore help you to grow your creative business. That sounds like a good idea to you and you'd like to find out more? Please don't hesitate to reach out to Julie or myself after the show. We'd be delighted to talk to you. So this is On the Couch. So Julie, who do we have on the couch today?
Well, we're talking to Angie Wakeman, and Angie is a clown. She runs Clowns Truly, a clown school from Norwich in the UK. She was a nurse and a teacher with a degree in politics and sociology, all very serious stuff. So how did she land up becoming a clown for a living? Well, let's get her on the couch and find out. Hello, Angie, and welcome on the Couch with Creatives. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Well, when I saw you pop up on my LinkedIn feed, I thought, oh my word, we have never spoken to a clown before on the couch. So I zapped you as soon as I could. And it's just lovely and lovely to see you. And obviously in true clown colors, all the vibrant colors, the red nose, the dungaree straps. It's typical clown. You look like a clown, may I assure you.
And we thought, what better way to start the new year? Because at the moment it's January, it's dull, it's drab. And to have a burst of colour and a burst of laughter, I think is going to do everybody at this stage of the game the absolute world of good. But whenever I've had these noses on, when you get the comic relief ones, you know, the red comic reliever, they really pinch and they're really uncomfortable. So if you would like to take your nose off, Angie, you're more than welcome.
Thank you. My nose doesn't pinch. I absolutely love it. But just to talk to you for a minute, I am going to take it off. And clowns always turn around to take their nose off because they don't want to spoil the magic. So whenever you see me with it, I was just born that way.
Oh, you can keep your hat on. There you go. Oh, well, it's nice to see that you actually do have a normal nose.
Thank you. That's the first time anyone said that.
Okay, so let's start off with asking you, how on earth did you become a clown? Because this is your profession.
It is. And it's a complete surprise to me that I am a clown. You know, if you saw me in the street, you would never know that, I'm just ordinary, normal. And this is how I came to be a clown. So I adopted 3 children, and the social worker said to me, I'd like you to go out one night a week just to have some fun yourself. And I ended up in a drama class, which I really hated. But luckily, for the last 3 sessions, a clown teacher came in and she asked for a volunteer. And at that time, I was a staff nurse and I'd just adopted 3 children and I'd been a Steiner teacher. And she asked for a volunteer. So my hand shot up and she said, I'd really like you to put this nose on, walk to the back wall and put it on, and I don't want you to think of anything. I don't want you to have a plan. I just want you to turn round. There'll be something on the stage and I want you to give me 100%. And it was just like I'd always wanted somebody to give me that permission to give 100% of myself. And I'd no idea what I was doing. I'd no idea, but she told me I didn't have to have an idea. So straight away I felt completely free. And I turned round and there were a row of about 6 boring chairs. There were just 6 chairs in a line. And I I just started playing as I was a train driver, and then I started singing and getting tickets, and then there became a death, and then I was singing again, and the audience were sort of laughing and crying, and they were just my fellow people on the course, and I just thought, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I just thought, this is it. And so, in a funny way, nursing and teaching and even healing all came, it's like my whole life made sense because this was what I was meant to do.
Wow. And it's amazing how things just happen. What's the word? Serendipitous. What's the word?
Serendipitously.
That's it.
Yes. It was a complete shock. You would never, ever have, if you knew me previously, you wouldn't have thought that were possible, but it just happened like that.
Well, it's funny because we'd think, oh, were you always clowning around as a child? Were you always the funny one?
No.
Did you always have a bent for comedy? Those kind of questions.
Yes, absolutely not. I was quite earnest. Well, clowns are sincere, but very sort of yes, caring, serious. Yeah, no, I wasn't like that at all. No.
Wow.
You were talking earlier about the freedom. I can imagine how absolutely liberating it is just to clown around, fall
Yes.
over, land on your bum, act the fool.
Yes, it's not actually like that. I mean, that is what we think of clowns, and we get to that. But really, the freedom comes from not having to be funny. And that sounds like a really strange thing, that a clown doesn't have to be funny. But what they do have to be is vulnerable and in the moment and innocent again. And it's from that place of daring to be seen and not hiding who we are that we become more of ourselves and more possibilities come towards us. So it isn't about an intellectual, I'm going to be funny. It's a process. It's a process of self-discovery until you are free. And once you've found that freedom, there's just no going back. And everybody has that creativity. I've been teaching for over 15 years, and I've never met somebody who isn't, once they're given permission and space, full of creative possibilities. They're just magical, what comes out of people that we never ever see.
It's an interesting concept that you need, in order for your creativity to flow, you need to find that inner freedom.
Yes, and that inner freedom comes from creating a safe space where people can trust one another and start to share their mistakes. Like for example, just throwing a ball to one another and allowing it that if you drop the ball, that's part of the game. So all the things that we think, oh no, I've dropped the ball, in clowning we celebrate it. It's like nothing's a problem. We're here to play. And so people soon start to relax and loosen up, and then they add something to the game, not without trying. Without trying, they'll just add something to the game, and so it grows really.
Well, that's where the inner child comes out, doesn't it? The innocent child that you were talking about.
Exactly, and I think we've really lost that. We're always ready, we always have to know, we don't look foolish. Even people who come to clown school don't want to look foolish. So, so that's funny in itself, the things that, the contradictions in us. But that place of innocence and wonder and imagination just creates more and more play and beauty and heart opening and things. Yeah, that's what happens.
I think you touched on something really important a bit earlier when you said about giving yourself permission, because when we're children, right from when we're children, you're told, rein it in, don't be too loud, don't
Yes.
do this, don't do that, don't do the other. And then when you get into work, it's like you have to conform to the rules, and you mustn't behave this way, and you mustn't put that on social media, and you mustn't say this, and you mustn't do that.
Yes.
And you've got to. So for most of our lives, we're all of that creativity and all of that wonder that we are is put back in the box, back in the box, back in the box, and back in the box. And to let that out again is quite
Yes.
liberating if you get the chance to do that.
So yes, we do squash it all, and to the detriment, I think, of what we've got to offer to the world. And so I think clowning's an opportunity to regain those freedoms and to trust in that creative process and then take it back into our lives. And you don't have to be. I think the magic for me, as somebody who was quite straight, was that I didn't have to be funny, and I just had to share what was really happening to me in this space of unknowing. And from that, and I could be sad. So there's sad clowns, there's poetic clowns, there's very dramatic clowns, there's tender, shy clowns. So the whole remit is possible. So we have a very standard picture of what a clown is, but clowns are just revealing an emotional journey and how they see the world, how they see it through innocence and wonder and the possibilities of play. And in that play, like solutions start to emerge, that like they'll really land into a problem between them. They celebrate the problems, they play with the problem, and surprise, surprise, a solution comes not from their intellect, but from their heart. Something starts to happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's
kind
amazing.
of clown are you?
Well, and that's the other thing about clowning. So you're not one thing. And the truth of the matter is that nobody is one thing. So today I might be a bit shy. Tomorrow I'll be, you just never know. I mean, some clown teachers teach you to find a definite persona, a definite costume. My liberation is that I don't have to be one thing. I can be all kinds of things depending how I'm feeling that day, and who my partner is changes that, who the audience is changes that, because I'm in constant connection to myself, my partner on stage, and the audience. And it's this magic of listening and receiving and responding and trusting that whatever comes is, we don't judge. We don't judge what comes, we celebrate it.
Now, when you talk about running a clown school, what
Yes.
exactly does that mean?
Well, I hold a space where people from any walk of life can come and play for a morning or a whole day or a weekend or a week. And sometimes that's the general public. Sometimes I'm invited into organisations. And I live my clown life every day, so I might not wear my clown costume, but wherever I am, I'm looking for those clowning moments, opportunities to connect and play. And yeah, and my dream and my sort of plan is to open a physical building in Norwich, where there's a clown school and a clown cafe. And that's what I'm heading towards. But I
Wow,
can
that'd be
teach clowning.
amazing.
Yeah, thank you. And the clowns will serve in the cafe, which will be really special.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying this conversation because I have to confess to you that I have a morbid fear of clowns, like the
Yes.
traditional clown with the painted faces in the circus. I can't see clowns in the circus. It freaks me out completely. And I mean, clowns have got a very rich history, but like the Pierrot type clowns, Fred, I can't. They give me the shivers as well. I
Yes.
can't tell you why. Can't
Yes.
tell you why, but it's like a horror of it.
Yes. I can't tell you why I don't know why either, but that is definitely a barrier for people to come to clown school. And I'd love to reassure people that that um, that we can go beyond those stereotypes. And yes, that is part of the tradition of clowning, but really we're wanting to unmask. We're not wanting to wear masks. We're wanting to take the layers away so we see more of you, more of your beauty, more of your joyfulness, more of your playfulness.
Yeah.
It's not an act. It's not an act. It's an unmasking and a playful revealing of your inner life, I suppose.
It's
I
a
like
very,
that.
very modern concept of being a clown. And let's be frank, circuses are so passé now.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
like the unmasking bit. I think maybe it's the mask that freaks me out. That kind of,
Yes.
I like to see the features. So talking to you today and getting a new perspective on clowning, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. It sounds daft, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the word clown right now
Yes.
than I was.
It is a barrier, and in running workshops, people say, well, if we just miss that clown word out and we just have fun. But the reason I really honour the clown is because of their really unique qualities that could not be experienced if it was just playing. So to be in the clowns have a kind of wisdom, if you like. They have ways of seeing the world that is of open-heartedness, of curiosity, of using all their senses, of wanting to, real interest in other clowns and what they're doing and in the audience. So everything, the whole world becomes alive through clowning in a way that, well, I mean, play is part of it, but it's very important to me that I include the word clowning. Yeah.
Does it help to get all dressed up in your clown clothes? You know, that the nose and the hat and the funny stripes and the
Yes.
dungarees.
Yes. Again, clowns dress up in so we always have a lovely selection of dressing up clothes, and some people will wear a very dull grey mac, and so all clowns choose what they want to wear day to day. But it does help, and what it also does is it protects you. So when you come to clown school, you're finding your clown within, and sometimes you'll be doing improvisations on stage as a clown, and you wouldn't want to reveal those certain things about yourself. So the clown dressed up protects you. So it's your clown that's doing that, not you. We know it's you, but it's still your clown, and so it gives you a form of protection, and it gives you permission to dress up. It gives you
Who
permission
doesn't
to
love dressing up?
exactly, and to wear things that you wouldn't normally wear, and to wear things. Sometimes I wear things that absolutely don't fit, and but clowns don't mind, as long as they have the joy of wearing it, and the fact that it doesn't zip up at the back doesn't really matter. Yeah, things like that.
Oh, I can relate to that.
So if people want you to hold clown workshops in their businesses, organizations, anywhere, how do they get hold of you?
So they can just go to my website, which is clowns-truly.com, and my contact details there, and I can go. I like to work with a group of 12 people, ideally, so that they all get a really good go at clowning, and we can work to find their clown. For a taster session, I can have up to 20 people, and that's just like a 1.5 hour session, and we'll just have a peep at your clown in that time.
Lovely.
Do you work with other clowns or is it just you?
So Clowns Truly is just me at the moment, but I make sure I go to lots of clown schools and keep myself in play all the, sort of all the time. Once you're a clown, you see the world through. So when you're sort of struggling in life or seeing difficulties, sometimes my clown just comes and helps me out, because I'll sort of say, I wonder what she'd do. And you can just sort of lift out of that, just to receive what really is rather than what you want to be there, and play with that. Yeah.
Do you have any top tips if somebody's watching this and oh,
Yes.
I really love what I'm hearing here, I want to give that a go? How would I go about it? Or somebody who's maybe just started out on their clown journey, who would love to follow in your footsteps and deliver workshops to corporates or things like that. Do you have any top tips for people? What do you wish you'd known when you were starting out?
I think you really need to find your own clown within first. And of course, to do that, I hope you come to my clown school. Um, I I think you've really got to embody and become very, um, you know, really practice finding your clown. I don't mean practice because clowns don't practice. Really go for finding your clown. Find a really good teacher that you can trust and feel safe with, and then your journey will unfold. I didn't have a plan, and clowns don't have a plan. They receive the world, and then the next step will appear. Yeah, I haven't got a top tip to, become a clown facilitator. It's actually quite hard, I think, to become one, but it takes at least sort of 5 years
Wow.
to set off. Yeah.
But it must be difficult because at the end, you're running a business.
Yes, that is a difficult say. And I wouldn't say, I'm an example of how to do it, because I've no real business nous, but I just feel as though clowning can serve the world. And yeah, I haven't got any business advice to give whatsoever.
Just enjoy it, I would say. I think
Yeah,
that's half the battle, isn't it? If you really love what you do and you think that you're making a difference in the world, it's your
yes,
duty to share that with people
I
and tell
think
people about
so.
it and come on shows like this so that you can tell people about
Yes.
it.
Thank you for inviting me so I can do just that. It's very lovely of you to do that.
Marvelous. We're having a great time.
Well, you've spoken so eloquently about the passion and the freedom and how to be yourself. So now we're going to delve a little bit further into your psyche, and we're going to play a game with you. And it's called Values Jam. You're going to pick a card.
Uh-huh.
Melanie is getting her cards out, and you're going to pick a card. And there are no right or wrong answers.
Uh-huh.
Just bring the clown out and say whatever you feel like saying.
Yeah,
Lovely.
we're going to tap into your inner clown now.
Yeah.
We always say this is the on the couch part of the on the couch, our therapy couch.
And it doesn't mean you're crazy. We're not talking about that, but probably you are. But if you're not, it doesn't mean that.
Well, we're creatives here. We're all a little bit crazy. We wouldn't be doing
Yeah.
what we do if we weren't just a
Yeah.
little bit zany. Okay, I'm gonna spread out my cards and I'm gonna run my fingers along the cards. And you just say stop when you want me to talk.
Stop.
That one?
Yeah.
Right, this one. Let's have a look. Oh, this is quite a sombering card for what we've been talking about. It's quite a good one though. You pick the value of security. Okay, security. So as we're creatives, we're going to ask you creatively about security. So Angie, what does security mean to you? If you could physically see it through your clown's inner eye, what would it look like?
This is a wonderful question for me, because I truly believe that security is found in the ability to stand on the stage of unknowing. And if you can stand on the stage of unknowing, which is what clowning is about, you can stand anywhere, and you can go anywhere, because you are just standing not knowing, in pure vulnerability, and something always will come towards you.
But you feel safe, right?
Completely, because you come to trust that. You come to trust yourself. You come to trust yourself 100% that no matter what comes your way, something will come towards you with a possibility on the clowning stage to play. Yeah.
Lovely. I like that. I really like that. What does it feel like?
In a clown's world, security is the ability to feel insecure and vulnerable and know that people's hearts will start to open. Yours will open, other clowns' hearts will open. And I suppose it's a big cuddle at the end of the day, that we're all in it together, celebrating our mistakes, celebrating who we truly are.
Oh, I like that. A big cuddle. Oh,
Yes.
I almost felt that cuddle then. That was lovely. What does it sound like?
I think it sounds like cups of tea being poured and chocolate biscuits.
Oh, I could do with one of those right
What do
now.
chocolate biscuits sound like, Angie?
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
A Cookie Monster. Nom, 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 nom. What does it smell like? Security.
Oh, it smells like lots of lovely petals. Petals, rose petals, and apple crumble, and cashmere socks.
Whoa. That's quite a combination.
Cashmere socks just out of the laundry, I hope.
So, Angie, you could put your nose back on.
Oh, let me find her. Oh,
she disappeared.
No, sorry, I'll be back.
Is it almost a shyness that you say the clowns never show their audiences taking their noses off?
In true clown fashion, my string has got too short and I can't get it on.
Oh, so have you lost your nose?
Yeah, I've lost it. Where's it gone? Could the whole world help me find it?
Well, on that happy note, we'll just say thank you so much, Angie, for spending time with us on the couch. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you.
And a pleasure to meet both of you. Thank you, Julie and Melanie. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been an absolute delight. And if you are a business watching this, the power of creative play is extremely important for you and your team, especially if you're innovators. So maybe you need to get Angie in and do some clowning around if you want to drive your business forward in the new year. Her details have been going across the bottom of our screen now. So do give her a call and follow her on her socials and look at her website. But until next time, everybody, thank you for tuning in and we'll see you.